pretend that they can give us the truth. Number one is philosophy. Now, if anyone has studied philosophy, it's my friend here, so really, yeah, but you've read so much, a lot more than I have, and I admit that.
Not to go to the CIA.
Well, philosophy. Now, the question is, do philosophers know the truth? Okay, we're talking about the truth. What is the truth? Can philosophers tell us what the truth is?
No.
Now we can go right back to Aristotle, Plato, Socrates. Then we could consult Thomas Aquinas, Descartes, and Confucius. Perhaps we could look at Kierkegaard, Kant, Erich Fromm, and Ayn Rand. These philosophers have all studied what is the meaning of life, what is right and wrong. Okay. When we examine the findings of all these philosophers, we find a lot of logic and discussion, but no real answers to the meaning and purpose of life and why we are here. Thousands of students, like my friend here, enroll in philosophy classes, hoping to resolve life's questions. But all they find is more discussions and more debates amongst philosophers. And these produce even more debates and philosophy. So because philosophers have no common fundamental ground to stand on, debates about truth can only go so far. In the end, they produce nothing more than new debates. The sort of fundamental truth that we need, Okay. The sort of fundamental truth that we need to base our lives on
having another one.
eludes us. Now I'm going to take
You're going to give
my
her 5
time.
minutes each.
Well, no, I might take a bit longer than that. I'm going to get through this. So I'll be as quick as I can. So ultimate truth will never be found solely in philosophy. Now the second thing I'm going to talk about this afternoon is science. I'm going to ask you the question, can science give us the truth? The whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Well, I'm sure it can give us.
I hope so.
It's scientists are actually honest.
Okay,
I've
well,
got no doubt that what they give us is nothing but the truth.
It was a rhetorical question, I think.
well, many scientists claim that science is the only means by which truth can be understood. We see this in atheists like Richard Dawkins, physicist Lawrence Krauss, and neurobiologist Sam Harris. In his book, The Moral Dilemma, The Moral Landscape, Harris tries to reduce absolute morality down to purely scientific terms. Knowledge and experimentation. Such efforts to make science the ultimate source and judge of truth are doomed to fail. Scientific theories are never purely statements of facts. They are interpretations of facts. The practice of science rests on principles of logic, maths, and metaphysical assumptions. The statement that science should be the arbiter of truth cannot be proved scientifically. I'm going to repeat that. The statement that science should be the arbiter of truth cannot be proved scientifically. For example, on the subject of morality, science is impotent in telling us what is good or evil. No experiment can tell us whether the Holocaust, which you referred to before, was evil, or whether murder is a virtue. Science can't tell us that. And if you want answers to the meaning of life, or concepts of right and wrong, you will not find it under the microscope of the biologist or the telescope of the astronomer. The third humanist principle I'm going to mention, and this is the last one this afternoon, is mathematical truth.
Yay!
Now this is our discipline that people have tried to use as an arbiter of truth, that is mathematics. Mathematics go much deeper than the laws of physics and chemistry. Many mathematicians have wondered whether maths could be the key to unlock the ultimate question of truth. The idea that systems of symbolic thought that could derive truth, like performing a calculation, was tempting to many people. But it was a fantasy. Now, I'm no mathematician, I freely admit that, but I read a bit about this. In the 1930s, mathematician Kurt Gödel dropped a logical nuclear bomb. Gödel proved mathematically that not all truths could be proved mathematically. The idea of a perfect set of axioms and theorems that would unlock all truths was dead. I'm coming to my conclusion now, and I know you're feeling freezing cold. And so we see that these three humanist principles, that is philosophy, science and mathematics, are all incapable of defining truth, pure truth, and the meaning of life. If you ask a philosopher, scientist or mathematician the meaning of life, the meaning and purpose of life and why we're here, and the fundamental foundations of morality, they are impotent, confused and silent. Yes, Vic.
I'm going to say that there is good philosophy out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's really in secular institutions. So there is good philosophy.
Yeah, she didn't say there wasn't good. She's talking about truth, though.
I don't say that there is philosophy which can get us very close to truth.
Yeah.
Meaning all that people use it exploded and proved wrong.
Okay, so I'm finishing up now. My final conclusion this afternoon, and thank you so much for bearing this freezing cold. It's terrible. As a Christian, I believe with all my heart that the purest truths are to be found in God's Word, the Bible. Jesus said in John chapter 17, "Thy word is truth." Jesus also said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." And he also said, "Everyone who is of the truth hears my voice." That is Jesus' voice, not mine. Everyone who is of the truth hears Jesus' voice. In other words, if you don't want anything to do with Jesus, if you don't want to hear about what Jesus said, well, you must have a life that is involved with some sort of lying. That's all I can say. Some sort of lie. I'm not going to define what sort of lie. So I base my belief of truth on this book, the Bible, that has survived for thousands of years and sold more copies than any other book in the history of the world. The Bible is the be-all and end-all of life. The Bible is the ultimate truth. Thank you.